Hi Jules, it's Ashley Bedeck. Welcome back to my channel. Today we are going to be talking about my 36th week of pregnancy. Wow. I'm currently 37 weeks, 2 days, or I'm going to take that back. I'm 37 weeks, 1 day pregnant, which means I have 3 more short weeks to go until baby comes. Maybe even shorter than that. Who knows when he'll come. I'm ready for him at 37 weeks. I'm just prepared for him to come any day. But really quickly, week 36 was pretty fast. Baby, I know he's somewhere between maybe about 6 pounds. I believe he's about 20 inches to 22 inches long. I don't remember what the apps were saying his length is, or what he's most. You know how it tells you every week that like the baby is the length of a certain fruit or whatever. I don't remember what that was because, as you guys can see, this is the second week that I'm trying to do this without looking at my notes, or I didn't even write any notes down. So all this is just from the top of my head. As far as me this week, everything is pretty much at this point the same. As far as baby goes, you know how when you get in your second trimester, and then they say your belly just pops, where all of a sudden, like almost towards your 3rd trimester, you just get big and out of nowhere you popped. I feel like I already popped at the end of my 2nd trimester, but again, I feel like I've popped even more where he's huge. So when people look at him, they're like, he has to be at least about 7, almost 8 pounds already, because my stomach looks so big. He has not been weighed, because again, we do my weekly ultrasounds on a 2D machine, and it does not tell us how much he weighs. If I had to guess, I'd say he's somewhere between 6 and 7 pounds. 6 is what he's supposed to be. I think he is a little bit above that. I know that he was measuring a week ahead, but I don't want to assume that he's still measuring a week ahead. So if I had to guess, I'd say he's maybe about 6.5 pounds, but we'll see at delivery what he is. Beyond that, my stomach has gotten bigger. He has not dropped yet. I know that because I'm still short of breath, and he hasn't gotten lower. Like, his butt is still up here, and his back I can always feel on this side, my right side. What else is happening with baby boy? I think I told you this last week, but I no longer really feel him kick or punch. Of course, he still hiccups because he's definitely growing, so I feel the hiccups and I feel just the body movement. So when he first used to move around, it would feel like rolls. It still feels similar to rolls, but it just feels like a big baby that's moving around in here. And still, like, if I pull my shirt up, especially like when I'm hanging out at home and I, let my belly be exposed, I can see body parts sticking out, like right here. I believe this is his butt, because since he's head down, up here I get like a rounded, like right now I can feel like a rounded body part that's just like sticking out. It's not that bad, but my assumption is that this is his back and this is his butt, and he's, folded over. You know how babies look when they're in the womb. Beyond that, I think that's it for baby, and that's it for what I've been feeling with him, but I'm definitely feeling the movement. He's a lot more quieter and a lot less active than he has been this entire pregnancy, but at this point I know that he is just crammed. I had a doctor's appointment yesterday. I discussed the movement with my doctor. One of the good things that he told me was that since we are preparing for labor at this point, he asked me what are the 4 reasons that you would call, or that you would go to the emergency room, or not emergency room, sorry. What would be the 4 reasons that you would go to labor and delivery? Number 1, if I stop feeling the movement, go straight to labor and delivery. If my water breaks, go to labor and delivery. If I have contractions, go to labor and delivery. If you lose your mucus plug or you're bleeding or anything like that, go to labor and delivery. So that was one of the questions I had. Like, when I go into labor, my water breaks and I start feeling contractions, what do I do? Now obviously I know to go to the doctor, but I wasn't sure if I have to count the contractions first and see what they are, you know, because I've heard people say that they have to be 10 minutes apart or something like that for them to admit you. I've heard that you're supposed to call your doctor first. I've heard a bunch of different things, but he just told me if you feel contractions, if you feel anything, if he, you know, if he's coming or if your water breaks, just go. He said nothing about timing my contractions or anything, which is how can I say it, reassuring for me, because if I go into labor, my water breaks, I'm feeling contractions, one or the other, no matter what it is, I don't want to sit at home and wait. I want to be at the hospital. Now, if the hospital tells me like they're too far apart, we're going to send you home, like can I sit in the waiting room? I'll sit in the car, I'll go get something to eat, but I do not want to go all the way back home, even though I don't live that far from the hospital. I just don't want to be out when this baby's head start coming out. So that was good to know, and if you didn't know that, now you know. What else happened at my doctor's appointment? Same old, same old. Of course, we're at weekly appointments now, so this was my second weekly appointment, and of course I did my urine sample, I did my they checked my blood pressure, everything was good with the blood pressure. Results, you know, if you do your urine sample, usually you get the results the following week. Actually, last week I had a blood test. They took blood from me to check my blood count. So today he was happy, or yesterday at my appointment, he was happy to report that my blood count looks perfect. So with the iron pills that he prescribed me, I was taking 3 a day. Now he says I'll be good if I just take 1 a day, which is really good. I don't have to take all those pills, and I could just take 1 in the morning with my multivitamin, and I don't have to carry them in my purse with me anymore. What else happened at the doctor's appointment? We did the ultrasound, which is 2D, like I told you guys, on my belly. Baby's heart rate is still good, or heartbeat is still good. What else? He's still head down, a blessing. My amniotic fluid is still there, looking good and everything like that. So those are the 3 main things that he checks for. Then he just shows me the spine and all that stuff. Once again, cervical check, he asked me if I was cramping or if I have been feeling any, you know, Braxton hits. So my doctor asked me before he did the cervical check, have I been feeling any contractions, cramping, any pressure, anything like that down there? In my week 36, I really didn't feel any of that. I didn't feel any contraction, Braxton Hicks, maybe once or twice really quickly, but nothing painful or nothing that was continuous or a lot. I didn't have any cramping. The day before my appointment, Monday night, I had just a little bit of cramping, but it wasn't something that was painful. It wasn't discomfort. It was so mild that the only reason I noticed it was because in my mind I was waiting for it to get worse because I thought it was gonna start, but it didn't. And I haven't had much leaking. Like, I've had the normal discharge, but I haven't had any excess discharge. So I let him know all those things, and so he said that he did not need to do a cervical check this week because last week my cervix was closed, as I told you guys. So since it was completely closed last week and I'm not feeling anything or any progress this week, he just said I'll spare you the pressure of having to check you, and we'll check again next week. But again, if you feel anything, call or come in or go straight to labor and delivery. That was it for my doctor's appointment, I believe. It was pretty rushed, but all my questions got answered, so I can't be mad. And also, my doctor and my hospital are in the same, like, it's a different plaza, but they're right next door to each other. It's a small private practice, but he delivers at the hospital right next door. It's literally like behind the next parking lot, which if you watch my vlogs, you know, you've seen me walk over there before. But I think I already told you guys I'm registered at my hospital. I've got 3 copies of my birth plan, 1 for the hospital, 1 for my boyfriend, and 1 for my godmother. I just want to make sure that they know exactly what I do want, what I don't want, in case I'm too incoherent to speak for myself. They know what to say, what not to say. I always tell you guys, but I do have group B strep. What that means is that when I go into labor, I have to have insulin before my baby is delivered to protect him from getting it. That's it. Symptoms wise, my symptoms are pretty much the exact same as they've been in these last few weeks. Leg cramps, same. I have them especially when I sit for too long, like at my desk, when I get up out of the bed to use the restroom, or like I've been in the car for too long. When I hop up, you know, I can feel the leg cramps really bad. Again, I haven't had very many Braxton Hicks contractions. What else? Peeing. I pee a lot now. I probably pee between 10 and 15 times a day now. And what sucks is that when I pee, it's not a lot of pee. It's just like I'm going to the bathroom to pee, and I have to pee so bad I need to pull over somewhere, and it's so dramatic. But then when I get in there, it's not even a half of a pee. It's just a little bit. So I know that he's getting heavy. He's weighing on my bladder, and that's all that is, which means I'm near labor or delivery. What else? Still short of breath again, so I know that he has not dropped. Last night I felt pressure down here for the first time. Not for the first time, I felt it before, but last night it woke me up out of my sleep, and I had to sit up and just sit there for a minute because there was a lot of pressure down there, and that's all it just felt like, is pressure. So it didn't lead into anything. I wiped, still no mucus plug or anything like that. So I think I'm just getting really close, and my body's just preparing me for what's to come. I've been doing my Kegel exercises and trying to stretch on the floor to stretch that area out for labor and delivery. Other than that, food cravings, I haven't had any cravings. I'm still like I've had pickles, but I wasn't really like, I like pickles either way it goes, but I haven't been craving them. I haven't been craving sweets. My appetite has definitely gotten bigger, so I eat oatmeal for breakfast every single morning. Lunch is Chipotle or whatever, pizza or whatever, so I'm not necessarily eating the healthiest. At the doctor's appointment, I was 171 pounds. I was 171 pounds last week as well, so I think I'm at like 38 pounds that I've gained because I was 133 to start with. So I don't know, you do the math. I think it's like 38 pounds. So I haven't gained any weight this week. Belly, it itches. It doesn't itch all day extreme, but like you just see me just itch right here. It does itch, and I do have stretch marks. I have a lot of stretch marks, which I expected. So you know, it is what it is, and we're gonna do whatever we can to minimize those once pregnancy is over. I have a baby shower Friday, so I'm going to, or my second baby shower is Friday. I still owe you guys a montage of the first baby shower that I had, which was my real baby shower. The second one that I'm having on Friday will be a work baby shower, so I'm excited for that, and that's what I have to look forward to. Also this week, tomorrow is Thursday the 23rd, I believe, and we are going to have a hospital tour. So daddy has to work, so I'll go by myself. It's not something that he necessarily needs to be at, but I just want to go and get comfortable at the hospital to make sure that everything is as I think it is, like as far as like where if I'm going to be delivering in a room by myself, recovery, hopefully I'll have a room by myself. Those are the things I want to know. Kind of want to get a feel for the nurses and see how they are, ask questions as far as how many people I'll be able to have in the room, because with daddy and 2 grandmas, we're going to have 3 people in the room, but I just want to make sure that's okay. Stuff like that. But yeah, that's it for this week's pregnancy update. Still no heartburn. I'm trying to think of everything. All of my stretch marks are on my stomach. I don't have any stretch marks on my boobs. I haven't gotten any in my thighs or my butt or my inner thighs, outer thighs. Nowhere, just my stomach. I want to do belly bonding, so plenty of videos coming up on that once baby is done, but I just want to get this area to shrink back to its normal size, and to also use bio oil and whatever I can to heal this area and the stretch marks as much as possible, so that they can at least be my flesh tone, not lighter or darker. But yeah, my boyfriend did my toes a couple days ago because I cannot reach my feet anymore, which I think you guys already knew. My feet are swollen. They're very swollen, and they're permanently swollen, so hopefully that goes down after pregnancy or after labor. I have a massage coming up. Today is the 22nd. I work until the 30th, so yes, I'm going very far in my work. I'll be leaving work 2 weeks before I'm supposed to deliver, God willing. So yeah, after I am done in that last 2 weeks, I have everything I need for baby. There's just a few things that I need for myself, like more bras, just tank tops and stuff that are more like breastfeeding friendly. I need some coconut oil for my boobs, as well as that's what I want to use to moisturize baby and baby's hair. Just little stuff, pick me up things like that, things for the hospital like a loofah and some travel toothpaste, just little stuff like that. But I will be showing you guys what's in my hospital bag, what's in my diaper bag, what I've been using to moisturize my stomach, and what I'll use after. I'm going to show you all that stuff coming up, but for now, that's it. So thank you guys so much for watching. This was my week 36 pregnancy update, and I will show you guys my belly really quickly. These are like my jeggings that I've been wearing like every freaking other day. I have to wash them at least twice a week because I wear them so often. But as you can see, unfortunately, mommy is all stretched out. So I'm going to use some bio oil and some shea butter 2 or 3 times a day once the baby comes out, in addition to doing my belly body to get the stomach back small and tight. But yeah, I have more on my left side than I do on my right side. But this is it. What I am happy about is that I'm still narrow, so that when baby comes out, I just have to get this to go back in, so I didn't spread too much. But thank you guys so much for watching. I truly do appreciate you guys and all of your views. So keep watching, commenting, liking, subscribing. Let me know what you want to see. I promise you I will deliver. And stay tuned for the next one. So I'll see you again maybe next Tuesday. Peace.